Now hear the man who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear the Swanee River play in ragtime, come on in here, come on in here. Alexander's Ragtime Band. Alexander's Ragtime Band.
Very nice musical family. We added a Latin beat to this beautiful 1932 Berlin song. I'm sure you'll enjoy it by lovely Anacani.
Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Everyone is saying you don't love me. Say it isn't so. Everywhere I go, everyone I know whispers that you're growing tired of me. Say it isn't so. People say that you found somebody new, and it won't be long before you leave me. Say it isn't true. Say that everything is still okay. That's all I wanna know. And what they say it isn't so.
Thank you, Anacani. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next, an Irving Berlin song in champagne style. Here's the band with soft lights and sweet music. Gentlemen, 1 and 2 and...
Oh, that is such a wonderful band. It makes you feel like dancing. You know, Mr. Welk loves to dance, and he's a very good dancer, too. It was always fun to dance with him. He'd whisper little jokes in your ear while you were dancing, and it was so hard to keep from laughing. And you weren't supposed to do that on camera. Next up is one of the most popular couples we have ever had on the show, Guy and Ralna. Both of them are terrific. I remember when they welcomed their little daughter, Julie, a few years ago. She was such a darling little baby. It's hard to believe she's almost in high school now. I'm sure Guy and Ralna remember those wonderful baby days, too. In fact, that's the name of their song, Remember.
Remember the night you said I love you. Remember
you vowed by all the stars above you. Remember
we found a lonely spot, and after I learned to care a lot,
you promised that you'd forget me now,
but you
forgot to remember.
remember we found a lonely spot.
And after I learned to care a lot, you promised that you'd forget me not, but you forgot to
What a wonderful song. And a fine rendition by two wonderful singers, Guy and Ralna. Let's call on our wonderful dance couple, Bobby and Elaine.
A tribute to Irving Berlin just wouldn't be complete without including one of the many hits he wrote for the very famous dance team, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
So now we'd like to give you our rendition of the tune Cheek to Cheek, the quick step.
Aren't they wonderful? Such great dancers. Elaine and her husband, Jim Baldwin, are especially happy these days. They have a new little dancer in their family. Their baby daughter, Skyla, was born last April. Now they have 2 little girls, Skyla and her big sister, Alana, who is 2. Incidentally, while Elaine was busy becoming a mommy, Bobby asked his original partner, Barbara Boylan, if she would fill in. Barbara runs a dancing school in Littleton, Colorado now, but she was happy to do so. And she and Bobby danced together until Elaine could return. Well, we better get back to the show now. Here's Mr. Welk.
Here's a great blend of words and music by Irving Berlin. Bob Ralston sets the mood for Joe Feeney.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the
Broadway show, as thousands cheer, gave us this next Berlin song. Let's enjoy it now with our fine trio, Gail, Ron, and Michael.
We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature's rising, it isn't surprising. She certainly can. She started the heat wave, the tropical heat wave. And in such a way that the customers say that she certainly can. Gee, her anatomy made the mercury jump to 93. Wow!
Yes, sir.
We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The way that she moves, that thermometer proves that she certainly can.
It's so hot, the weatherman will tell you a record's been made.
It's so hot, the coat of tan will cover your face in the shade.
It's so hot, the cold is made and feels just as warm as a bride.
It's so hot, the chick tropical heat wave. The way that she moves, that thermometer proves that she certainly can, she certainly can. We're having a heat wave. Heat wave. Heat wave.
Did you see those heat waves coming up from the bottom of the screen? I hope they didn't get burned. That was one of our director, Jim Hobson's ideas. We all marveled at how he could come up with such fantastic ideas for the show week after week. Next up is Ken Delo. He says he's going to do some magic tricks with 4 of us girls, Sheila and Sherry Aldridge, Mary Lou Metzger, and me. Well, let's see what he's up to.
Steppin' out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Steppin' out with my honey, can't be bad, it feels so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails. With my top hat and my white tie and my tail. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. Tonight there will be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails. In my top hat and my white tie and my tail. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. 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 Come on down, girls. Well, I'll fix them. Oh, yeah.
Well, did you see that? He tried to vanish us. Well, it didn't work, Ken. Here I am. You know, speaking of stepping out with my baby, here are my babies. My husband.
Hi, I'm Rudy, and this is our daughter, Priscilla.
Hi, I'm 7 years old, and when I grow up, I'm going to be an obstetrician.
Well, I hope whatever it is that you do when you grow up, I hope it's very good. Can you believe she was just born not long ago? About 2 years ago, we decided to leave the hectic life in the city and move close to here, the Lawrence Welk Resort. And we managed to find a very nice Mediterranean-style dream home. The backyard where we spend a lot of our time with the family, and the inside of our home, the living room area and dining room. And my husband decided to move his law practice over here, also to the area.
So that's kept me pretty busy, and Priscilla is keeping busy in school and with piano classes and dancing classes.
You know, there have been many new babies in the Welk family since our Priscilla was born. Sandy Griffith has a new son, Sam, who is just about Priscilla's age. Kathie Sullivan has a little girl, Lauren, now 3. Bobby and Christy Burgess' youngest son, Brenton, is 4. And the big news is Mr. Welk himself welcomed the first great-grandchild. Her name is Kate Elizabeth. Here she is with her proud mother and daddy, Laura and Jeff. Isn't she beautiful? I just wish I could hold her and squeeze her a little bit. And here are 4 generations of Welk women. Mommy Laura, Grandmother Shirley, and proud great-grandmother, Mrs. Fern Welk. Don't they look happy? All of us were thrilled for the Welk family when darling little Katie was born, and we all wish her a long and happy life. Que Dios la bendiga y la cuide toda su vida. George Cates is going to lead the band in a medley of some great Irving Berlin songs. From the Broadway musical, Annie, Get Your Gun, you'll hear There's No Business Like Show Business, Well, he's right about that. Doing what comes naturally, and the girl that I marry. Here's the band. Wasn't that nice? You know, when Mr. Welk first asked George Skates to help him lead the band, he wasn't sure George would do it. But George loved it. And Mr. Welk used to say, "George, you're a bigger ham than I am." Mr. Welk is going to lead the band now in a wonderful dance tune. So, if you feel like dancing, here's your chance.
Come on and hear Alexander's Ragtime Band. Come on and hear, come on and hear. It's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you want to go to war. That's just the best band in the land. My honey lamb, come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand. I'll do the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear the Swanee River played in ragtime, come on and hear, come on and hear Alexander's Ragtime Band. Alexander's Ragtime Band.
Thank you. With hundreds of great hits to choose from, ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Duncan didn't have any trouble coming up with an Irving Berlin song that fits him to a T. Here's Arthur dancing to Blue Skies.
Thank you, Art. Art and I keep running into each other all over the country in various concerts and television shows. I see him every year at a telethon we do for the West Texas Rehabilitation Hospital in Abilene. Art MCs the show and dances, and I sing and dance. We're so happy to help out. I've done the show for several years now, but Art has done it every year for the past 17 years. What a nice gentleman and a good friend. I still do a lot of personal appearances, but it is getting more difficult to leave my little family. I especially like to do concert tours with other performers from the Welk Show. That's the most fun of all. And oh yes, I do quite a few television commercials in the Los Angeles area. And that's nice. I don't have to leave home to do them. This next number is a novelty song which Mr. Berlin wrote back in the 30s. Mr. Welk and his band were on the road playing for dancers in ballrooms in those days. And he told me they always got a kick out of the lyrics in this song. See if you remember.
Folks are dumb where I come from, they ain't had any learning. Still they're happy as can be, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Folks like us could never fuss with schools and books and learning. Still we've gone from A to Z, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
You don't have to know how to read or write when you're out with the feller in the pale moonlight. You don't have to look in a book to find what he thinks of the moon and what is on his mind.
That comes naturally.
That comes naturally.
My uncle out in Texas ain't
write his name. He signs his checks with X's, but they cash them just the same.
Sister Sal, whose music Cal has never had a lesson, still she learned to sing off key,
Doing what comes naturally.
doing what comes naturally.
My tiny baby brother, who's never read a book, knows one sex from the other. All he had to do was look.
If you saw my ma and pa, you'd know they had no learning. Still they raised a family, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally. Doing what comes naturally.
La 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 la, yeehaw!
Thank you, folks. Bob Ralston picked one of Irving Berlin's beautiful waltzes for his solo this evening. And here's Bob and the song, What'll I Do?
I've been in show business nearly all my life. When I was a little girl, I toured with my family, mostly in Mexico. And even though it was fun, I got awfully tired of life on the road. So it was wonderful to come home to the Welk Show. Mr. Welk started me out as a singing hostess in the restaurant to begin with. But after a while, he asked me if I'd like to move to Los Angeles and join the musical family. I was so happy. Those were wonderful years, and I will always be grateful to Mr. Welk. As I mentioned, I still do quite a bit of traveling for my concerts, and I usually fly. But whenever I hear a train whistle, I remember those early days touring with my family. Here's Jim Turner with a song that recalls those days.
When the midnight choo-choo leaves for Alabam, I'll be right there, 'cause I got my fare. When I see that rusty-haired conductor man, well, I'll grab him by the collar and I'll holler, Alabam, Alabam. That's where you'll stop your train that brings me back again, down home where I'll remain, where my honey lamb. And I will be right there with bells when that old conductor yells, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard for Alabam. That's where you'll stop your train that brings me back again, down home where I'll remain, where my honey lamb. And I will be right there with bells when that old conductor yells, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard for Alabam. I'm Alabama.
an Irving Berlin song in champagne style. Here's the band with soft lights and sweet music. Gentlemen, 1 and 2 and... Thank you very much. What a beautiful studio audience this evening. Irving Berlin wrote this next song for the Sickfield Follies of 1919, and it's still popular today. Here's the band with A Pretty Girl Is Like a Melody. Gentlemen, 1 and 2 and... our country gal, Ava Barber, for a happy song that was introduced by Ethel Merman in the Irving Berlin musical, Call Me Madam. Come on.
It's a lovely day today, so whatever you've got to do, you've got a lovely day to do it in, that's true. And I hope whatever you've got to do is something that can be done by two, for I'd really like to stay. It's a lovely day today, so whatever you've got to do, I'd be so happy to be doing it with you. But if you've got something that must be done, and it can only be done by one, there is nothing more to say, except it's a lovely day for saying it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day today, so whatever you've got to do, I'd be so happy to be doing it with you. But if you've got something that must be done, and it can only be done by one, there is nothing more to say, except it's a lovely day for saying it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
Ava is one of my dearest friends. She's just so real and down to earth. When she first came on the show, she just stole the hearts of all the people. You know, she and Dick Dale now have their own theater in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. My husband Rudy and I are planning to visit relatives in that area soon, and you can be sure we'll drop in and visit Ava and Dick at their theater. Now, here's Dick, but he's not singing with Ava. He's singing with Kathie Sullivan. Here they are with Play a Simple Melody.
Won't you play a simple melody like my mother sang to me?
One with good old-fashioned harmony. Play a simple melody.
Musical demon, won't you set your heart green and play some beautiful drag? Just change that classical nag to some bright, beautiful drag.
If you will play from a copy of a tune that is choppy, you'll get my applause. And that is simply because I want to listen to reg. I don't know. Won't you play a simple melody like my mother sang to me? I don't think she played bass clarinet. One with good old-fashioned harmony. Play a simple melody. Play a simple melody. Play a simple melody. That's better.
Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers picked so many Berlin songs to dance to. In 1935, they made a movie called Top Hat and danced to the Piccolino. Remember that? It's a wonderful number, and here's the band to play it for you.